Hear that? I mean, do you 30 years of peace?
Unless you know who decides to... With Sam applying to college. Any
Kids around the world are gonna want. What better way to go out than by sharing?
And hundreds of geese, training.
Right.
Russo wants to open up a couple more dojo.
I think you missed the turn. Miyagi's back.
Some bricks.
Penis breath. Come on, guys. I said I'm sorry. We're all one big karate family. I mean, Sam and...
Bring him out on the sparring deck. Oh, Johnny, I'm sorry.
Today is my lesson.
What?
It's been a long road. Modern martial arts history. For over a century from Bloodsport, all rolled into one. Our senseis have to offer. Yes, dojo-wide vote. We have a...
How about,
Tradition. Eagle Fang had
oh, you fought one guy while I took on.
me on the mat. It would not be easy listening.
I'm good.
Who's your enemy anymore?
Here.
Or if it's just a way to get to the Sekai Tiger.
This Fury can't send my...
What you got?
May I? Let me see what else I have.
Do I want to know what that's for?
Training dance.
Look,
Right, because nothing says balance. Helps us earn a spot in the Sekai Taikai.
Always the bright spot of my...
Tell you to fight.
What sense?
Oh. Just like yesterday that we were dissecting fetal, being honest. But you know, it'll be
Hard to get in anywhere when he's...
I know it's probably my fault sometimes. Still time to let all that old shit go. I'm trying to make it up to him now.
Yeah, just shot.
do whatever you need to do.
Chosen, I'm worried this is gonna drive a... You been drinking again?
I'm not ashamed.
Take a trip back to Okinawa for a week.
No comical. No call.
That fighting Johnny is not gonna make it any...
What do we study?
The hell is this?
All right, what's going on here is that Colin and Sasha, you and Mr. LaRusso, are having some big...
Cobra Kai.
Hey, tell you what. Hold on to this anger, it's gonna boil over. I'm not sure I do. That's not...
It's only taking a minute.
Don't worry. Penny, you have a place to help you, Penny.
You are. Security's coming.
Oh. Back.
Fans of the martial arts dramedy Cobra Kai prepare for the beginning of the end as the sixth and last season officially begins. Things appear to be quiet in the valley at last after all the hostility from the previous season between Daniel, Ralph Macchio, Johnny Lawrence, William Zabka, and the Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang troops. The Season 6 opening, appropriately titled Peacetime in the Valley, opens with a reunion of all of our favorite karate players. Carmen, Vanessa Rubio and Johnny are looking forward to the birth of their child. Chosen Toguchi, Yuji Okamoto, who has 2 short silk robes on, is still being hosted by Daniel and Amanda, Courtney Henkeler at the breakfast table. As the Mountain Lions begin a new school year, Robbie Keane, Tanner Buchanan, Sam LaRusso, Mary Mauser, Miguel Diaz, Sholo Marijuana, and Tori Nichols, Peyton List are all considering their college plans. While Daniel is relieved that there are no more karate wars, Amanda fears that someone like Takreese would surface from the shadows and jeopardize the harmony that now exists among the dojos. The Sekai Taikai, an international karate tournament, is hanging large over everyone, adding to the strain. If the All Valley is March Madness, this is the Olympics, plus the Gladiator Games and the Kamite from Bloodsport all rolled into one, Hawk asserts. Daniel, nevertheless, asserts that the competition will be his karate swan song. What better way to go out than by sharing Mr. Miyagi's wisdom with the world? He asks Amanda. There is still a good degree of rivalry between Johnny and Daniel's sensei even though, on paper, they have merged and united their separate dojos ahead of the Sekai Taikai. Johnny still views Daniel as a car salesman rather than an actual sensei, and he employs teaching strategies far different from those influenced by Miyagi, which Daniel has been teaching his students. Prior to joining the other fighters in Singing Kumbaya in Mr. Miyagi's garden, Johnny leads his former Eagle Fang students to the warehouse to smash bricks. However, when he shows up to the dojo requesting a frying pan and lighter fluid for his most recent lesson plan, which we don't even want to hear about, he is informed that Chuzan's class is being conducted instead. Johnny's lesson may be conducted tomorrow once he runs it past Daniel. That proposal does not sit well with Johnny, who says, "Since when do I run ST by you?" When the sensei team realizes they need to choose a new name and logo for their united dojo, things between them become even more tense. After that, Johnny and Chosen start arguing back and forth on the silver predicament. Chosen informs him, "Fight is exactly how we solve this. On the mat, you and I, dojo will be named by the winner." Johnny tells an anxious Daniel that the kids won't know about it, but that on Monday at daybreak on the sparring deck, it's on. It's not just the sensei that make mistakes while trying to integrate their dojo. Although Robbie and Miguel are trying their best to thaw things between their respective women with a group outing to the arcade, things between Tori and Sam are still cold. Sam teases Miguel, "It's a double date with my ex and yours, who's also kind of my nemesis. How do you think it was gonna go?" Still, each of the guys tells the other that things will be different going forward and that they should leave their long-standing animosity behind them. Speaking of animosity, Robbie pursues Dallas Dupree Young's character Kenny Payne at the arcade in an attempt to patch things up. Robbie tells him there's still time to join the new dojo and learn from the appropriate teachers, but before he can finish, Sean, Kenny's elder brother, Okieri Aquari, gets out of UV and isn't too like of Robbie interfering in his brother's life. As tensions between the young men rise, a violent altercation breaks out at the batting cages, necessitating Miguel, Sam, and Tori's intervention. Remarkably, it appears it was just the right thing to defuse Tori and Sam's conflict. Recalling that he doesn't want to jeopardize the balance of the newly established dojo, Daniel approaches Johnny in a pawn shop, where he's purchasing little axes for the students. Again, we don't want to know, and requests that he put off his battle with Chosen. However, Johnny contends that the current state of affairs is unbalanced because Daniel and Chosen disagree with him. Eagle Fang is more than just a moniker to him, it's a symbol of the blood, sweat, and tears he shed to establish the dojo, move it to All Valley, and secure a position at Sekai Taikai. He says, "I'm not giving up without a fight." An unknown number texts him as he's leaving, saying, "Meet me at Coyote Creek." Is it the Crease? No, it's Paul Walter House's Stingray, who is instructing karate pupils in the woods and overheard Johnny and the others struggling to decide on a dojo name. He informs him, taking back Cobra Kai is the solution. Stingray wants Johnny at his side as he builds the next generation of Cobra Kai pupils for Sekai Taikai. That's you, Johnny Lawrence. It will take a wicked dojo and a kick-ass sensei to win this. It's Johnny and Chuzan's big fight day, but when the former arrives at the gym, he surprises Daniel by giving in. In the end, Eagle Fang is really Cobra Kai in a different form. That is the legacy of John Kreese. He says, "I don't want to deal with that a whole ever again. Plus working with you guys has made me a better sensei." He promises them that he would stop at nothing to ensure that Miyagi-Do wins and that Mr. Miyagi's legacy endures. But when he and Chosen show one another some respect, they tell Daniel that they would still fight, just for kicks. Why? Why not? Good vibrations that can be resolved fill the dojo when Kenny comes up in Mr. Miyagi's garden and strikes up a conversation with Robbie. The other students are also informed by the sensei team that although the dojo will continue to be called Miyagi-Do, the logo has been modified to include an eagle in honor of Eagle Fang. Daniel's voiceover adds, "Now we are Miyagi-Do, but a new Miyagi-Do, the strongest we've ever been." Given that we observed John Kreese instructing a group of karate students in the woods at night in the closing seconds of the show, it appears that Amanda LaRusso had good reason to be frightened. He proclaims, taking a big drag from his cigar, "Tell Kim Dae-yoon that Cobra Kai is back." Think of it as the end of the Valley's peace period.
That Cobra Kai